Well, here we are, Mississippi Outdoors. We're here at Canemount WMA in Claiborne County, Mississippi, right between Port Gibson and Lorman. You've got Windsor ruins on the property here, which is pretty neat to see, and it brings in tourists from all over the country. One of the things about Canemount that makes it unique to the hunters is the vast hardwoods, the steep terrain, the big ridges and deep hollows throughout the property. The previous owner worked with the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks to make this a trophy whitetail destination. You know, over the last few years, they've killed some really good deer here. So check it out. You want a bow hunt, muzzleloader, or rifle, or you'd like to come back in the spring and do a spring turkey hunt, you can't go wrong with Canemount down here in Port Gibson and Lorman. Maybe the rain go around this, but I doubt it. It's been raining like crazy. It's got everything flooded. James Creek has got so much water in it. I mean, it's outside the banks. So I know all these little creeks that we got to cross to get back in here. And this Union are flooded too. So we picked this food plot. It's kind of close to the Blacktop Road. We can get to it pretty easy. Still a good spot. A lot of deer sign in here. So we're gonna sit this afternoon and try to stay dry. That's when we got the blind popped up. And see what happens. I'm glad we're in the blind today. It's gonna rain like crazy. Thought that was a crow, but looks like a turkey. Here comes some hens coming out in the field. Whole flock of hens. And turkeys like coming out in these fields when it's raining like this. Well, this morning we didn't see anything when we first started out, so it's mid-morning, kind of overcast, still calling for more rain. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna ease down in here. We're gonna head actually toward James Creek, which kind of runs through the center of Canemount. We're gonna go give it a shot, see what happens. And this trail goes all the way down there to the creek, so it's thick and nasty in there, but we're gonna give it a try. Shoot a buck. Right, you right. Here comes some more bucks. 8 point. There's another one somewhere in there. I hear another one in there. There's another one coming, another one coming. You see him? There was 3 bucks. Must be a hot dog down in that cane thicket. The first 2 were small, you know, just under the size limit. That third one looked like the third buck looked big. I just caught a glimpse of him going through there. Here comes a buck to the left, to the left. Here we are, Canemount, one of the last mornings here. While I was at the house watching it rain, Charlie came in here right after the rain stopped, and he spotted a big buck down in this bottom. And he's on a doe, what they call lockdown. So we're gonna slip in there, see if we can find him. The good thing is, there's a hot doe in that area. We just hope he's still in the same spot. It's about 11 o'clock. Charlie was in there about, I don't know, an hour and a half ago. So we're gonna ease in here. This is a foot traffic only trail, so nobody's been in here. So we're gonna slip in here and see if we can find him, bust him. I'm ready, let's go, man. It's a big 6-point. That's him. That's him. I think I dropped him. He dropped. Like a sack of taters. Like a sack of taters, son. There he is right there. I'm talking about dropped him, son. He's a big 6. A big 6. Look at that, Charlie. Is this the buck you saw this morning? That's it. Look at that, man. That's an old sucker. Look at the beams on this deer. I told you, I was like, I don't see a brow tine on him anywhere. That's got to be the biggest 6-point I ever shot. Just a brute, man. Here it is. Been trying to rain off and on. We came in here about 11 o'clock, 11:30, because Charlie saw a buck in here today when he was just scouting around. And we've been grunting off and on, and finally Charlie goes, there's something standing up in the cane. You can see it's just nasty thick in there. That's why we sat on top of the ridge up there. But here it came out. You got to get off the beaten path and get down in the cane thicket. We're right here again on James Creek where I shot a deer with my bow earlier in the season. And they stay right here on this creek, following these cane thickets. And here it is, it's 3 o'clock, and we got one to drag out. Charlie and I just came down here and loaded up old buck. There he is. Wait till you see the hill Charlie is gonna drive up here in just a second.
Good luck.
I gotta be there. Show that.
That's what like crazy. That's what like crazy right there.
We made it.
There you go.
Hey, that's all the time we have for this week. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Join us again next time for more exciting adventures. Until then, I'm Pamela Weaver.
And I'm Kevin Meacham. See you outdoors.
Riding through the bayou, headed for the sky blue, back out on the trail again and again. Hiking and hunting and fishing the land, time is time well spent. We'll take it to the Delta. outdoors.